life, and I wish all my Muslim brothers and sisters Ramadan Kareem. But this morning I want to throw back a bit. You know that in 2020, while we're getting ready for election 2020, a certain propaganda happened in this country. We had what we called the Fellow Ghanaian series, where the president was supposed to be addressing us on measures taken to combat COVID-19. And that platform, sadly, was used as a political platform. The MPP knows what I'm talking about. We used that platform for a political expediency. We did. The government shamelessly did that. And as part of the measures that were announced, the lockdown of Greater Accra, Greater Kumasi, Kaswa, Tema, and all of that, we also said that we're going to give the people free water and free electricity. This was on the 9th of April, 2020, 9th of April. So we're going to give the people free water and free electricity. And we're paying for it. Play the video for me of the 9th of April when the president announced the so-called free water, free electricity. Today, if you buy anything from a supermarket, you get 1% COVID levy. Play the video for me.
Economic life of the country. I indicated in my last speech, the government will absorb water bills for all Ghanaians for the next 3 months, i.e. April, May, and June. Furthermore, water tankers, publicly and privately owned, are being mobilized to ensure the supply of water to vulnerable communities. We have decided on further measures of mitigation for all Ghanaians for the next 3 months, i.e. April, May, and June.
Johnny's Fight.
Government will fully absorb electricity bills for the poorest of the poor, i.e. for all lifeline consumers. That is free electricity for persons who consume 0 to 50 kilowatt hours a month for this period.
And I asked the question when this was announced, that if I'm not connected to the national grid for electricity, or if I live in a compound house and we are 6 people and we share 1 meter, this so-called free water, free electricity will not affect me. But now I'm paying for it. If I live in a house where I'm not connected to Ghana Water, the tankers never got to us. In most places, the tankers never got to them. Mbella will always say, I didn't get the water. But we are all paying for it. It was never free. Never ever was it free. Look, play for me the video of the Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Cecilia Abland. I admire that woman so much. I admire her so much. Play her video for me.
Johnny's Fight.
Of Sanitation and Water Resources has continuously pushed your vision of making Ghana clean and healthy so as to develop as a healthy nation. Mr. President, you have personally chaired meetings on sanitation. You have put funds into sanitation. You are the only president I have checked so far around the world that has given free water to all Ghanaians for a whole year. And you continue to do so for the vulnerable.
Why do we keep lying to the people that we give the people free water when we are paying for it? It was never free. Madam, I like you so much. The president got a chieftaincy title from the late Oblimpong. The late Oblimpong at Manchagbona. Ni Kwaku Okujiaman the first. On that day, he even mocked the umbrella. Nana Akufo-Addo, my Wednesday born mate, he mocked the umbrella. He said he was going to make Accra the cleanest city in 4 years. We are in our 7th year. Noko bako. He's not even remorseful. There's no sense of decency, and we still go around talking about Russia, COVID, Ukraine, free water, free electricity. Where is the shame?
Johnny's Bite.
Where is the shame? That we actually do not have any shame. My own good friend, Stephen Amwa, MP for Ishaso, now Deputy Minister for Trade. Play his video for me, Bosu.
Johnny's Bite.
I was say a buy no adopt pro-poor policy. Here for instance, say ya onipa ho behen ha no. Na de ade ne say Akufo-Addo de awaye no. Atwam abroso. So tia one of the top guys in Canada. Me penidi me gugu dia chiro. We're making fantastic statement about the leadership of Akufo-Addo.
That is his opinion.
In these times of fighting this corona issue in the world, he is voted as one of the best in terms of strategy, in terms of tactics, in terms of operation, in terms of leadership style. Say, ensure inevitable. Electricity inevitable.
Johnny's Bite.
Adiani abedi inevitable. Shelter. Akufo-Addo who said Sam microphone ko dwaso. Eni pa bebre se dem ebi mpie ye nto niama. Akomo ma or see ensure the Bible say ensure nkwa. Water is life. Etimima mo dia monnom kopem se niama be han. Montra na wo mpewe just will be a sabi your ebe ifo ba e na de onye Akufo-Addo aye. The atiane say omanfo na hu say ye ko enim beyond this year no corona ne be ma wiase asai more say wo mu ye mistake no mto abama ayi former President Mahama wo mawu because President Mahama de omani mu odekura ne am ekoso wantimi anye obese.
That is Stephen Amwa, MP for Ishaso. We will pass it. And they cannot do anything about it, my good friend. He spoke about free water. And you see, the deception by the government that we're getting free water, free electricity is what hurts me. Because we are paying for it. What kind of Ajana 1, Ajana 2 is that? And I spoke to Ochema Boaji. The MP was ousted, sponsored from the Jubilee House and ousted because he spoke the truth. One of the men that the MPP has, he was kicked out. I spoke to him. Listen to him.
If you buy something on credit, you don't pay for it immediately, but eventually you pay for it. It comes into your debt and you pay for it. So the fact that you are enjoying it now at no cost doesn't mean it is free. That's the understanding we should get and put out there.
Let me tell you, let me probably give you an analogy that will help if you want to focus on that payment, whether it's free or it's not free. If the government gives tax waivers, or if businesses, for instance, get cut in electricity, and I'm affiliated with a business that enjoyed about 4,000 Ghana cedis per month as a result of this cut, so that would be 12,000. The 12,000 Ghana cedis for the 3 months earlier on could be used to employ at least one person or expand the business in many cases. What ultimately is going to happen is that the government will come back and say you need to pay corporate tax of 25%.
Right.
What eventually will happen is that for the job sustained, I will take money from the employee or the employees whose jobs were sustained in the form of pay as you earn pay. So the government, you might think, is giving things for free when they are supporting the people or businesses. Ultimately, the government knows that. One, he's doing a social good, he's supporting his own people. Eventually, all those tax waivers and those bailouts will be paid. We will get money to run our country.
That's Ochema Boaji, Dr. Ochema Boaji. He said, we will pay for it. So I'm trying to understand why the government and all its advisors keep telling us that, oh, we are getting it for free. Listen to our distinguished Minister for Information. Recently, they launched a website to say people who misinform the public will be jailed, they will be dealt with, blah, 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 blah. The government is misinforming you that you got free water And I've asked that question in that interview in April 2020. I said, if you buy something on credit, immediately you won't pay for it. But subsequently, if you go back to pay for it, it doesn't make it free. I've asked that question. The government is busy enacting laws, putting people in jail for misinforming people. And the government is busily misinforming people and telling them that you got free water, free electricity. Ajana 1, Ajana 2. Play Kojo's video for me.
The fiscal impact of COVID, about 19 billion cedis to respond to COVID. And we did not necessarily charge the Ghanaian for it. We had to borrow, we had to take money from the Bank of Ghana to deal with the COVID pandemic. That's why today articles are being published around the world commending Ghana as one of the best response countries. But that 19 billion cedis has to be paid for at some point.
That was Kojo Nkrumah telling us that the money will be paid. And if you buy from any supermarket, 1% COVID levy. We are still blaming COVID, Russia and Ukraine for our wars. The monies that we are collecting, we don't know. And I don't want to talk about the other things. Government says I'm deducting 30% of the salaries of appointees, all that thing that they tell us. Let no government official come to tell us today that we actually enjoyed free water and free electricity, because it is a palpable lie. We're paying for it. Don't believe that lie. And that was used to win the 2020 elections. Free water, free electricity, where you had some sorry Ghanaians bathing in public on the street. Today they are all in hiding. I played for you 5 videos from President Akufo-Addo to Cecilia Abnadapa to Ochema Buaji to Kojo Nkrumah to everybody else. And I've demonstrated to you how it was announced to us as free water and free electricity, and how we are paying for it, painfully. Let the government not deceive you that it is free water and free electricity, because we are paying for it. And the government has been most dishonest with all of us, suggesting to us that we are actually benefiting for free when we are paying for it. That is the height of dishonesty. That is the height of inconsistency. That is the height of Ajana 1, Ajana 2. The government has not been fair with us. The president must come out and tell us it was not free water after all. Kojo Nkrumah came and told us that we were paying for it. Ochema Buaji says we will eventually pay for it. When you do that to your citizens and you expect them to clap for you, they will do away. We need to be serious with the citizens of Ghana. And there's no decency in telling lies. Good morning.
I think it pretty much Johnny's bite.
Good morning and welcome to Business News on Sunrise. Coming up this morning, Ghana's inflation rate slows to 40.